The Special Aviation Unit, Rossiya, executed a significant and meticulously coordinated operation in transporting Vladimir Putin's armored presidential limousine and Aurus Senat to the summit that took place on August 15, 2025, at the Elmendorf-Richardson military base in Anchorage, Alaska. The Il-76 aircraft was selected as the mode of transportation, as it is a big military transport aircraft that is capable of undertaking lengthy flights with sizable cargo. The logistical complexity of this mission stood out, as did the high level of diplomatic sensitivity and security involved. The decision was made to airlift the Aurus limousine rather than use alternative methods, such as rail or sea transport, due to the immense distance between Russia and Alaska. This was essential to guarantee the vehicle's security features and its speed. The Il-76 was the ideal choice for transporting large and weighty cargo over such long distances, as it was capable of securely transporting them. The operation necessitated precise planning and coordination to prevent any incidents, as the route traversed international airspace. When measured along the most direct northern route, the distance between Moscow and Anchorage, Alaska, is approximately 6,500 kilometers, which is about 4,040 miles. Nevertheless, the actual flight path of an aircraft, such as the Il-76, may be slightly lengthier than anticipated as a result of airspace management, international regulations, the search for suitable refueling points, and weather conditions. Although the Il-76 is engineered to transport big and heavy cargo, about 48,000 kilograms or 105,800 pounds for the Il-76 MD model and 60,000 kilograms or 132,000 pounds for the latest Il-76 MD-90A model, over extended distances, it is important to consider the operational range limits of the aircraft when planning any lengthy international flights. The Il-76's maximum range is contingent upon its configuration and payload. However, it can typically travel approximately 4,000 to 5,000 kilometers on a full tank when heavily loaded, which is about 2,485 to 3,107 miles. The practical flight range per leg for this mission was likely on the conservative scale at approximately 4,000 kilometers, or about 2,485 miles. The presidential Aurus limousine is a heavily armored vehicle weighing about 6,200 kilograms, or 13,669 pounds, but it represents less than 13% of the aircraft carrying capacity. Additionally, the weight of security personnel and support equipment must be considered alongside the transport. These constraints restricted the aircraft's ability to travel a significant distance in a single non-stop flight, necessitating at least one refueling halt. The Il-76 is unable to continuously cover the entire distance due to its limited range during the journey from Moscow to Anchorage. Rather, the flight was designed to include at least one replenishment stop along the way. Airbases in the far east of Russia, such as Yakutsk or Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, or other airfields that are capable of accommodating military cargo aircraft, are the most probable candidates for this visit. This stopover would not only be used to refuel, but also to make any necessary adjustments or checks to the flight plan to assure safety and compliance with air traffic control across various regions. The Il-76 would resume its flight from the Far East Air Base to the Elmendorf-Richardson military base near Anchorage, Alaska, following any necessary ground operations and refueling. The remaining distance of approximately 2,500 to 3,000 kilometers, or about 1,553 to 1,866 miles, would be covered by this second leg of the flight. In light of these factors, it is probable that the entire operation consisted of two significant flight legs, one from Moscow to the replenishment airbase in the Russian Far East, and the other from that airbase to Anchorage. This route planning guaranteed the safe and efficient delivery of the Aurus limousine, which is a highly sensitive and valuable cargo, in time for the summit. For security purposes, the Il-76 was escorted by Russian fighter jets throughout its flight until the U.S. airspace. These fighters were responsible for safeguarding cargo and transport aircraft from any potential threats. The military escort underscored the summit's high-profile status and the vehicle's value. The limousine was promptly covered with protective covers upon its arrival at the military base to protect it from public view and environmental exposure. To potentially minimize attention, the flight was conducted at night. The coverings were only removed the morning after the summit, immediately preceding its commencement. From a legal and diplomatic perspective, the Aurus was declared as diplomatic mail. This status was essential, as it granted the vehicle immunity from customs inspections and other border control procedures that could have impeded or complicated its transportation. Declaring the limousine as diplomatic mail expedited its clearance at the U.S. entry point while maintaining international protocols. Russian and American officials meticulously prepared the logistics and legal process in advance to ensure a seamless transition through all channels. President Vladimir Putin primed the Aurus limousine for use upon its arrival at the Elmendorf-Richardson base. Thus, the vehicle was capable of providing transport for the Russian leader during his summit participation, as all technical checks and security measures had been satisfactorily executed. The Aurus's presence on site ensured Putin's secure and comfortable travel during the high-stakes diplomatic meetings with U.S. President Donald Trump. In conclusion, the dispatch of the presidential Aurus limousine to Alaska was a meticulously orchestrated and exceedingly secure operation that involved numerous branches of the Russian military and diplomatic services. Fighter escorts safeguarded the Il-76 military transport aircraft, ensuring the mission's success. This transport operation highlights the importance of security and the logistical difficulties that accompany high-profile international diplomatic events. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please take our channel membership, which is very affordable, to encourage us.